Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Mia here, intuitive, ancestral healer, and mindset coach. Also, the founder of Mia Be a Co, which is a soul centered coaching and self healing brand where we basically help people transform by reconnecting them to themselves and the divine. Um, Lots of journaling, lots of master classes, lots of opportunity to help people to refine their thought processes and just come through with some renewed mindset so that we can really get the best out of life. I'm so glad that you guys are able to join me, whether it is November, December, March, whatever month it is, whatever week it is, whatever day it is that you're actually watching this video. The message is always going to be timeless. Welcome to Release and Cleanse for the month of November 2025. We are almost at the end of the year. Okay, that's crazy, first of all. Second of all, if you're not familiar, Release and Cleanse is basically a monthly conversation that I like to have. It is centered around the energy for the month. It is where we kind of assess how our previous month has gone, figure out where we need to tweak things so that we can have a better month moving forward. Usually, I do these at the beginning of the month. They kind of fall in line with the correspondence of the beautiful full moon. And we kind of just pick up some of those qualities and characteristics of what's happening with the moon at the time and how it plays into us becoming our best self for the month and moving forward, of course. Now, November is looking similar to October as far as the energy is concerned, but it's not as fast paced, it's not as bold and fiery. It's more slow and steady. It's more, indulging of the senses, but we're also finding balance between a valuable wealth and creation and making sure that we're not overloading ourselves, overwhelming ourselves, and our schedules are not too full. So just basically trying to find some balance. First, trying to define what is valuable, then focusing on what is needed to create what we need to create based on what's valuable right now, and making sure that we're not overloading ourselves as we're creating, moving towards the valuable things that we're looking to grow at this time. So, first and foremost, we're going to always hit us some little bullet points, and then we're going to end it out with a few affirmations or whatever. So, let's get into it. Baby, last month we put some stuff into action because that release last month was big. It was so big, and we figured out what no longer serves us. We figured out that we have been abandoning ourselves. And as we're moving into November, it's more focused on value, more focused on our value within ourselves, our self-worth, and more focused on how we're also valuing tangible things in front of us this month. Like, if we're putting too much focus in on work, or if we're putting too much focus in on play, or just balancing ourselves between that work-life balance and that creator isolation balance as well too. Because if you're creative like me, we have a tendency to kind of shrink and go into those spaces of self-isolation. And right now, Spirit wants us to balance ourselves so that we are isolating, but we getting some work done, if that makes sense. More so about grounding amidst the chaos, because October was very chaotic. September was very chaotic. Shoot, 2025 has been chaotic as hell, honestly. If we really want to go there, it's all been chaotic. And the Spirit just wants us to learn how to ground ourselves even within the chaos. Again, last month we were reclaiming our power, understanding that we needed to have boundaries, understanding that, we needed to call back our power so that we can be more productive and more, I guess, and honestly, to be more focused, because our focus had been on other things prior. We've been focusing on giving to everybody else, that we honestly have been forgetting about ourselves and what it is that we're truly supposed to be working on. So this month, again, is more about sustaining action through, all that we have set up for ourselves as far as like our self-worth and things like that. So being able to embody everything that we talked about last month. If you have not caught last month's Release and Cleanse, it is also still timeless. So I will link that in the description below so you can check that out in your leisure as well. All right, main points, right? Grounding and tangibility. So the first point is that we are taking some time to reevaluate, right? So it's easy for us to get hype about making changes towards, our personal growth in the very beginning. And you know how sometimes that energy just like fizzles out, just like how we do with New Year's resolutions. Everybody in the gym, January, right? By the time February, March, April roll around, the gym crowd trickles off, and then you just paying for that membership and you never go. Okay, so the same thing happens with our personal growth as well. We get real excited, we say what we gonna do. Spiritual growth too. We say what we're gonna do, and then life gets to life, and we go back to our regularly scheduled programs. We slip back into old habits. Understanding that we need to realize that we are safe to evolve, that we are safe, to change, and that the only thing that is constant in this life is change. We try to give permanence to things sometimes without realizing that, hey, am I giving permanence to this because this is something that I truly value, or because this is something that society is telling me to value, or is this something that I was conditioned to value? But is this really in alignment with my personal values and beliefs? And in order for us to know that, we have to kind of dive into that and realize and categorize things, and be honest to say, you know what, that right there that I've been doing, I don't really value that. That's why I'm not fulfilled. I'm not satisfied, in this or doing this, or with this viewpoint or this mindset. And it's okay to say that. A lot of times we're taught that once we believe a thing, or once we move forward in a thing, that's what we have to stick to. And as a neurodivergent girly, I will tell you that is not the best way for everybody to move. You feel me? We grew up, and thank you, Spirit. I'll give it gratitude to Spirit now, because this is all. So thank you, Spirit. We grow up being conditioned to think that we go, we work a job, we stay there for 20 years. We work the job because we have to make money, because we have to buy a house, because we have to have a retirement plan, because we have to um, do X, Y, and Z, and we have to get married, and we have to have kids, and we have to, like, that doesn't work for everybody. You have to go to school and you have to get your degree and you have to do this. That don't work for everybody. Some people are not meant for that. Um, you have to figure out what works for you. And at my big age of 34, I'm just now figuring out what it is that I truly want to do with life. And again, being a neurodivergent girly, it's a lot. It's a lot that I want to do with my life. But I've been in this space to where I've been honing in on what it is that I really, really want to do, and trying to figure out how it all can connect with each other. Um, Finding the bridges between, what you deem valuable, what you deem to be in alignment with yourself, finding that bridge. That's like when you get that little sweet spot. And it's 1:11 on the clock right now. But that's that sweet spot right there. When you can connect those dots, like, that's when you know that you're really living in alignment. Like, that you kind of, you figured it out. But it's okay if it takes you a little longer to figure it out than usual. So release the idea of these timelines. We're releasing the idea that we have to do things in the socio-normative way, that it has to make sense to other people, because it doesn't. This is your life. You are the creator. You and God, you and source, you and divine energy, that y'all have to agree. That doesn't mean that insert other people here. It's you and God. Whatever works for you and God. Okay? So, first of all, we're going to reevaluate our situation. It seems like there's always like the same four kind of core processes that you go through in your brain to kind of get you to this space of release so that you can move forward, right? So that first step, honestly, is to take the time to reevaluate. Are the results that I'm getting right now the ones that I want? If they're not, then obviously I need to change something. So once again, releasing mindsets, releasing conditioning, unlearning, so that we can learn new things, things that work for us, things that work for our own personal experience. So that's the question. Are the results that you're getting right now the ones that you want? And if not, what changes need to be made? Okay. Back to your values, understanding, the results that you were just assessing, they show you what you truly value. So if you're saying that I'm not getting the results that I want, what habits are you holding on to that are not conducive to the results that you're looking to get? Are you not waking up early enough? Are you not disciplined? Are you not focused? What will it take for you to align with what you desire to value? So releasing ourselves from old habits, old physical actions, old things that we are just used to doing. Is kind of like muscle memory at this point. You know, are you unorganized? Are you not good with finances? Are you just being kind of lazy right now? Do you get overwhelmed to the point where you freeze? These are things that you need to be looking at to figure out, what will it really take for me to align with what I desire to value. Okay. Next thing, obviously, we're going back to our boundaries. Understanding that no is a complete sentence. Honoring yourself enough to say no so that you can lock in. It's really about discipline. Boundaries and discipline go hand in hand. Usually, people who don't have boundaries don't have discipline. Or sometimes you can be going through a season in your life where you don't have boundaries and your discipline starts to fall off and lack as well. So, where do I need to tighten up my boundaries? Where do I need to tighten up in my discipline area? What things do I need to let go of so that I can enforce my boundaries properly? Um, Again, go back to October's release and cleanse, and we talk about a lot of things that keep us from holding on or having our boundaries. Okay. And finally, what we're going to do this time is one of my favorite things, and it helps me a lot. So I'm going to give you some directions on how to truly release what you are needing to release in this month so that you can move forward in the things that you value, not just moving in things because it's the right thing to do. Because the right thing for you might not be the right thing for me, and the right thing for me might not be the right thing for you. You got to know what's right for you, okay? So, what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper, okay? It doesn't matter what kind of paper it is. You're going to write on that piece of paper what you are releasing. So, are you releasing people pleasing? Are you releasing your lack of focus? Are you releasing the idea surrounding the fact that you have to move and create a life based on what the world wants you to create? Or have you sat down and partnered with that God energy within you so that you're able to know what it is that you really need to be focused on and value in this life for yourself? I want you to write that down, write what you're releasing, and I want you to fold that paper away from you 3 times. Then I want you to take that paper, make sure that you're somewhere where you can, be safe. I want you to take that paper and I want you to light that mother on fire, because we are burning that, okay? Burn it, get rid of it. It's no longer needed. You can rip it up if you don't feel comfortable burning it. I get it. And then I want you to grab another piece of paper. And on that paper, I want you to write what you want. I want you to write what you want to come in. Because when we release, we got to balance it. We release and then we call in. So we release and we receive. On the second piece of paper, I want you to write what you want to receive. I receive abundance. I receive peace. I receive discipline. I receive focus. I receive whatever God has for me. I want you to fold that towards yourself. 3 times. And I want you to keep that in a safe space. I want you to keep it in a safe space because you're going to go back to it and you're going to look at it next month. And we're going to check some things off of that paper next month because I really believe that you're going to put some intention behind it and you're going to be able to stay focused and disciplined and do what you got to do this month to make sure that you are grounded amidst all of the things that are going on around us, that you're valuing what you need to value that works for you, and that you're able to be in alignment and have some boundaries so that you can honor yourself enough so you can lock in. All right? I am so excited for what's coming up next with Mia Bia Co. I do have my Release and Cleanse journal, my Reset Your Mental journal, and my Grounded for Growth journal available on my PayHip. The links will be in the description. So if you would like to purchase one of those digital journals, the Reset Your Mental journal is also in print. You can purchase that from Amazon. That will also be in the description box below. We're getting ready for November 28th to drop the Manifest How to Partner with God Energy Masterclass course. So I'm super excited for that as well. happy healing, happy release, and I hope and pray that you receive everything that you are looking to receive in this month of November.